see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Barnes. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Might as well give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give out of the gun. The Sooners will have a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's sharp. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Sooners! The old larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in a game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Simpson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's kind of tough when QBs drop back and they're trying to protect the football and throw it. A lot of times you get some good shots. If you rip at that football, you can cause an even bigger play and get that fumble to go with the sack.
On the run, fires downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll be brought down.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Jumped on top of the pile. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They can make this a two-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You get down here in the red zone, you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Alabama pushing the tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. They're setting up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Up-tempo for the offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And that pass picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down. That's a live ball. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way. Touchdown Sooners. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Got his man out of the backfield. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get the first through the air, and they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. Here comes the hurry up. Going up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Burks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just for 6 points.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.